Chicago. Head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with Madison. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. He'll try and throw with Minshew. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable second down.
2nd and 7. Here's Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here comes Madison. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. LeBear's offense ready now for their second drive. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
2nd down and 8. They'll go play action here with Williams. There he goes again.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
The Raiders offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Marshall is on the move. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's been the blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Bears have it. And this is a big problem going the wrong way. Out of bounds well behind the original line of scrimmage. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Minshew. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
There goes Swift, 1st down and more. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught, downfield by Odunze. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Williams. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now,
he slams it in there, and he is in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's caught left side by Bowers. They face 2nd down and 7. One final throw before the break. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
With the score, Bears 7, Raiders 3.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the draw, here's Madison. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Minshew from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On 1st down, a run with Madison. And he gets this up close to the 40. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Off the play fake, it's O'Connell. That's caught by Bowers. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Vegas.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He completes it to Marshall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, it's Madison. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll toss this one out to Madison. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And that is no good. He missed it. The Bears offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Off play action. Here's Williams. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They will run it over center with Swift. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go again with Swift. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it'll lead to a second and goal.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. Got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
A 5-yard loss. It's 4th and goal.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we reached the end of the third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Abdullah now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Abdullah. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. On the ground, Abdullah. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. To the right side, here's Madison. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll run Abdullah. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Madison gets it from the pistol. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Minshew gonna look to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Raiders send their punt team out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And second and
8. Another run here, another run by Swift. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. On the out, connecting with Allen.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Now he takes off. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now Swift. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Swift. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 9. Swift gets it from the pistol. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, he's got Allen.
And now it's decision time, Mike. And I'll tell you, this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. The question comes down to, do you trust your offense to put this game away and come up with a first down? Or do you punt the ball back and say, okay, defense, let's not give him any good field position? This is a big decision right here. I can't wait to see what he does.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. Well, Raiders offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. He's got the tight end Mayer. It is 2nd down and 5. Play action now with Minshew. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Minshew. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. Kevin Byard, the veteran who's broken up a few passes in his day, gets to that one.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. The This will wind up a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory.